So collectors, do you want a gourmand, season appropriate fragrance that can actually be worn year round? I think I got the perfect fragrance for you. Stay tuned. So welcome back. My name is Earl and this is The Casual Collector. Were any of you confused by the intro when I said a season appropriate fragrance that could be worn year round? Probably so. But when I got this fragrance, I knew it was going to be something great for the fall and winter time. But based on my wearings for the last week and a half, I feel like it's something that could be worn year round, but also perfect for the fall and winter. So from the title, you can tell that today's review is for the house of Genre Parfums and it's Serene Latte. For any of you that's new to fragrances or just been living under a rock, Genre Parfums is an independent house that makes original fragrances, inspiration fragrances, and serums. This isn't a fragrance that you can find in a department store or even online at discounters. This brand solely operates out of a Facebook group, which is the Genre Parfums neighborhood. And even with that being the case, you can only get these fragrances maybe like once a month, or he opens up ordering for like 1 or 2 days once a month or once every other month, because the owner, who names is Devin, I believe he works on an oil rig or he has a whole different career, but he's an enthusiast and loves fragrances the way we do. But he took it a step further to provide his own take on some of the fragrances that we love a lot and then create some new fragrances. Interestingly enough, Serene Latte is supposed to be an inspiration of a very popular fragrance from a niche brand by Kilian, and the fragrance is called Intoxicated, which I'm real familiar with Intoxicated as I've had 2 or 3 samples. But I still haven't pulled the trigger yet. And on the last go around of orders with Genre Parfums, I saw that he had inspiration for Intoxicated, and I was like, let's check it out. I've already purchased maybe 4 or 5 fragrances from Genre Parfums already. So now I'm just kind of digging in more of the inspiration fragrances, trying to see what I like. So because I knew I really enjoyed Intoxicated, I would probably enjoy this as well if it came close. So let's get into the fragrance to see how it compares. So for the full presentation, it comes in this carry bag with Genre Parfums on the front. As far as the bottle, it comes in a basic Parfum style bottle. It has the label on the front, it has the name of the fragrance on the front, as well as the size and concentration, which this is a 30 milliliter bottle. The cap snug real tight so you can pick it up from the cap unless your hands are slippery. And then you take the cap off, black atomizer, pressurized too, so you can spray a little or you can spray a lot. So as far as the notes, it captures some of the main components that's in the By Kilian Intoxicated fragrance, with Turkish coffee, green cardamom, nutmeg, and powdered cinnamon. So give it a good spray. So like I said, I've been wearing this all week. When I got the order from Genre, I believe I ordered 5 fragrances as well as having some other fragrances come in. But over the past week and a half, I've been struggling not coming back to this fragrance over and over again. I will say in about a 10-day time span, I've worn this fragrance maybe 4 times, either when something dried down or as my scent of the day. It opens with that beautiful sweet Turkish rose. I also get some of that cinnamon in it as well. Like I said, it's a bit spicy, or maybe I didn't say it, but it's warm, it's spicy. You can tell by the notes. It's one of those fragrances definitely appropriate for the fall and winter time with a warm, woody type feel. Although there aren't any woods illustrated in the note breakdown, I do get like a slight woody feel to it, but not overpowering. This is definitely on the gourmand side. The coffee really stands out, and like I said, that's what makes this season appropriate. What makes this a year-round fragrance to me is maybe that green cardamom, because as this fragrance starts to dry down, you still get that warm, sexy, inviting, close encounter breakdown, but then it brightens up and it never really goes super dark. Most Kilian fragrances, from what I've experienced, goes really dark. Even Intoxicated is intoxicated. It's beautiful, but it's like a really dark, heavy scent. This doesn't give me that same idea of it being a dark, heavy scent. It is still sweet, it's a bit dark, but it is light enough to maybe work in the springtime and maybe even like a summer night. Not necessarily in high heat, but this fragrance right here, like, I don't know when I wouldn't want to wear it. I would definitely just wear it around the house if it was like extremely too hot outside. But it falls in line with having that really intoxicating sensual element or aspect to it. So while it has the similar elements of the By Kilian Intoxicated fragrance, my hot take is I don't feel like this completely mirrors Intoxicated, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So when you buy inspiration fragrances or clones, you want pretty much that same feel or very close to it, but you want it at a cheaper price. So to me, when I bought this, I was hoping to get Intoxicated, but what I was pleasantly surprised with is that this is not a one-of-one. And really, this, even though the notes are very similar, could have been categorized as an original fragrance. I actually even think I said that in the Facebook group. This fragrance right here is great. It could really stand on its own. Kind of like in the same vein how Mancera's Cedroc Bosé is supposed to be compared to Creed's Aventus, but has enough space to stand on its own and may have some similarities, but is great in its own right and really shouldn't be considered a clone. I think Serene Latte, although it shares some of the same similar notes, should not be categorized as a clone. I think this is a standalone fragrance, and to be perfectly honest with you, I really feel like I found my signature scent for the fall and winter time. I have a lot of fall and winter scents. I love most of them. But this fragrance right here, for whatever reason, it's intoxicating. I have not been able to like stray away from it. Every day I've had it, I've smelt it. If I didn't wear it, I just came and opened the cap just to get a whiff of it. It's just one of those fragrances that I haven't been able to get enough of. And I have a lot of fragrances, so I have a lot of fragrances to enjoy. I definitely have enough to last me at least half a year with only wearing them one time. But this fragrance is just on a different level to me. And because of that, like I said, I really feel like I found my signature scent for the fall and winter time. So as far as the price, these fragrances come in 3 different sizes. They come in a 5 milliliter, they come in a 10 milliliter, and a 30 ml like I have right here. Price wise is $4 for the 5 ml, $10 for the 10 ml, or I believe you could buy 3 10 mls for $25, or you could buy a 30 ml for $25. So as far as where to wear this, like I said, to me, this is a signature scent. So while it's cool in this fall and winter time setting, I could wear this in the daytime, in the nighttime. I think it's appropriate for the office. I think it could definitely be worn on dates or just nights out. This would actually go in the category of maybe like a holiday scent, something that you would wear to like a Thanksgiving gathering, even though we're not really supposed to be doing that right now. And you know, a Christmas gathering, or maybe even New Year's with a suit. This could be not necessarily dressed down so much, but because it's a signature scent for me, I'm gonna wear it if I'm going out, if I'm gonna be around people. So maybe a polo, fleece, sweater, whatever the case may be. Definitely great for a suit. I can't wait to wear this with a suit. This is my signature scent now. And you know, I'm gonna give it the hype that it deserves. I saw somebody in the comments maybe a couple of days ago say that people in the genre group or people that wear genre fragrances overhype it. And to you,
what the? Get your... I'll put a... Get out of my face!
I don't think we overhype this brand. I think for an independent fragrance producer, for someone who has a long list of fragrances on their catalog, to be able to match fragrances or to even be able to over exceed the expectation for the inspiration fragrances, to be able to create really great original fragrances, that takes a lot of work. It takes a team sometimes. And, you know, this guy Devin, he has a whole nother career. He could just love it, make it for himself, and just go on about his business. But, you know, he was kind enough to grace us with his ideas on fragrances. And so I think he could do this in a real way if he actually even chose to do so. This fragrance right here deserves all of the hype that it gets. Like I said, I don't consider this to be a clone. I think it's good enough and separate enough to be an independent or original fragrance. He's gonna do what he chose. This has been selling way before I even purchased it, so it'll probably still stay in that category. But when I tell you this is fire, this is a fire fragrance. And when I mean fire, not just for the smell, but for the projection and longevity. So I get about a good 4 hours out of this fragrance as far as having the sillage, the projection, the scent trail. It follows me for a hell of a long time, probably even longer than I've experienced with the intoxicated samples that I had. And I know samples are kind of different from the full bottles, but whatever. This fragrance right here definitely leaves a scent trail. As far as longevity, I would say maybe 10 or 11 hours. You definitely have to wash it off to get it clearly off your skin. And on your clothes, forget about it. It's gonna last well over 24 hours. You're definitely gonna have to wash your clothes to get that scent off. And the crazy thing, it's just a eau de parfum concentration, so it's not a parfum or a straight parfum. So I can only imagine what it would do in those other concentrations, but it don't even have to go that far. This is a perfect scent. To me, I really enjoy it, and the longevity and projection is, it adds to the hype of the fragrance. How will I rate this fragrance? You guys should know by now, it's my signature scent, so it's a 10 out of 10. The scent is just amazing. The projection and longevity is amazing. The house is amazing. Devin is, and he's really active. He's not one of those guys who have a Facebook group or even sell things and only come in when it's time to sell. He holds general conversations. He asks us how we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole ambiance of what you get with genre parfums is amazing. It's something that I really enjoy. I'm definitely gonna get more into his fragrances. Like I said, I probably own 7 of his fragrances now that I think about it. But he has a laundry list of fragrances, and I plan to really explore more fragrances. So 10 out of 10, signature fragrance. If you ain't got it, you should get it. I'm not decanting it, not this one at least, because I know I'm gonna use it though. But 10 out of 10, great job, Devin. I really enjoyed this fragrance. All right, so that was my review on Genre Parfums Serene Latte. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. You guys should really join the neighborhood. Start to read the comments. Every now and again, people will either sell or decant some fragrances for you to try. But he does open the window, like I said, maybe once a month. So you just gotta get in there and stay in tune with what's going on. It's a real community in that group. I enjoy being a part of the fragrance neighborhood, and hopefully you will too. So before you go, be sure to hit the like button, drop me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I drop videos as much as I can. Last week I took about a week off to really explore some of these new fragrances that I have, and you can tell I definitely explored Serene Latte from Genre. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. I drop videos as much as possible. I'm back on schedule, so you should be getting videos at least 3 days out the week. And so until next time, when you get ready to step out into the world, wear your mask, but make sure that you smell good and smile. Until next time.